Agents Across the Miles with Linda Baker and Matt Braun.
Hi, I'm Linda Baker with Milestone Realty in San Jose, California.
And hi, I'm Matt Braun with Merritt Homes in the Dallas, Texas suburbs, and a former neighbor of Linda Baker's and current business partner.
Well, and I have to say that there is no one better to talk to compare two different areas because you've lived in both areas.
I indeed have, and there are definitely some differences there. But I'm excited to be chatting with you and going to be on your website and talking to new people about the Dallas area.
Well, so let's talk about, aside from you, who else is moving to the Dallas area and why are they moving there?
Well, we have a lot of people moving here. One of the top 10 areas to see migration recently, and as our mutual friend and coach Brian Buffini says, people are moving here for family, to be closer for family. That's one of the top reasons that people have been moving here for the last few years. Also, you know what? We have a lot of people that are moving for the cost of living as well as job opportunities. We've got a tech sector that's starting to grow out here. Texas Instruments, lots of companies that are moving their headquarters here. So we're getting to be, quite a big thing on the map, if you will.
Nice. Well, so I mean, and obviously, San Jose is still seeing an influx of people. We still have people coming in as well as leaving. And the main reason that people end up coming to California and to the Bay Area is because of the job market. I mean, even though you hear rumors of, we still see job layoffs, people are still moving here as well. So it's, if people were all leaving, then we wouldn't be having multiple offers on our homes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, definitely wasn't trying to say that people are moving, just massively migrating out of California or any state. It's like anything. People shift and move as, to where family is. It depends on the stage of their life.
Oh, 100%. So we talked about who's moving there and why they're moving there, but who do you find leaving? Are you selling homes for people to do a move up, move down? Or you see people like leaving the Dallas area for different reasons?
Yeah, it's a lot of the same reasons. A lot of people, in fact, the last two or three locations I've done are relocating for family. They're moving to be closer to the grandkids. Completely understand
Yeah.
that because hopefully I'll be there in a few years being a grandparent. We have clients that are looking to move closer to their brothers and sisters, and family's important and having that
Yeah.
connection. So we're seeing a lot of movement for that, as well as job relocations as headquarters move or opportunities for different clients are in different parts of the country. People are moving to take those opportunities.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I find the main people who are leaving, at least the San Jose area, tend to be people who are retiring and looking for a lower cost area so they can basically, take the ATM, also known as their house, and take that cash to buy elsewhere and enjoy a better lifestyle.
Absolutely. And you know what, it's funny you say that because a lot of people that I've worked with in the last year or so who have come from California definitely have been in a great position to purchase real estate in the Dallas area. The cost of living is definitely less expensive in certain areas, and in other areas it's higher. So just like any part of the country, you have your pluses and your minuses. So it really depends on what you're looking for.
So what kind of houses are people looking for when they come to Dallas to buy? And I know that you have a lot more new construction than we have, almost no new construction here. So talk about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that I'm seeing a lot of right now, whether it be clients that are moving to the area or purchasing their first home or even looking, they're move up buyers, people are looking for larger lots, and that is quite common here. Larger lots to us are, 4/10 of an acre, half an acre, 1 acre lots, and you can find 1 acre lots in a lot of cities out within 30 minutes of Dallas. And people are definitely, that is definitely becoming a very important factor for clients. Larger kitchens, expanded kitchens, And a big thing here in Texas too is a home theater room, a designated home theater room. I would say, a good 50% of the new builds out there right now are, being designed with a home theater space.
So what is your median price for a single family house? And when you answer that question, is that in the Prosper area, which is you're north of Dallas?
I am north of Dallas. I actually, you know what, I pulled some stats because I knew this would be a fun question for us to kind of chat about. And so I pulled 3 different counties for the median price. Dallas County, of course, around, Dallas proper, their median price is $350,000. Again, you do have, areas of Dallas which have a lot of starter homes. Denton County and Collin County, which is out in the suburbs here, the median price is about $450,000. And, for that, you would expect to see something that is, home about 10 to 15 years old, about 2,000 square feet or so. Composition roof, probably, put on in the last 10 years. Most likely brick construction on probably a 6 to 8,000 square foot lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, bigger isn't always better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing
just
when
different.
you compare that though to Santa Clara Valley, where the median price house is $1.7 million.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely crazy. Same client, $1.7 million budget here. I could show them some lovely, 5,400 square foot homes on, half an acre to an acre and a half. Depending on where in the Metroplex, we could be looking at 5 acres. Again, it's all about choices. So.
Oh, definitely. Well, okay, this is what I want to ask you about. Your weather is very different than my weather. I'm spoiled being in San Jose because we have modest humidity. Our humidity, runs like between 40 and 50%. Our temperature variances for our averages, like in wintertime, is like what a cold day is 50 degrees. It's usually like around 60, 15 inches of rain a year on average. And summer times, we average probably about 85 degrees. I mean, I call that perfect weather.
There is no doubt that California has amazing weather. We actually have 4 seasons in Texas. Actually, I saw a meme that I'm going to share with you that said that we actually have 12 seasons. So right now we're currently,
but you have 4 seasons in one day, isn't it?
Almost. So we have 12 seasons according to this meme. It's we just exited winter. Now we're in full spring because today it's almost 70 degrees. Then very shortly will be second winter. There'll be the spring of deception, followed by third winter. Then there is the pollinating, which needs no explanation. I will be covered in orange or yellow, if you will. Then actual spring comes, and that's about that long. Then we have
2
summer.
days.
Yep. And then from summer we go into hell's front porch, which just happens to be a touch warmer. Then we go to false fall. Then we go into second summer, and then actual fall, and then the cycle.
So it's kind of like living in a sauna. It helps you lose weight because you're going to be sweating continuously, and that's why the houses are so big. Because you got to stay inside to avoid that lovely weather.
So the meme is so funny because we do bounce around on our weather. Absolutely, it is, and as I said, it is probably 70 degrees outside right now. And so I know we want to also talk about all the activities out here. But with all the activities, we have different stuff we can do, which is great.
So you go to football games.
Well, football games, we would be playing football, but we're not going to get into that because that, lots of hurt feelings amongst here and, amongst my Dallas Cowboy fans and my neighbors here. So we're not going to talk about that. But other than football games, in the Dallas area, we've got a great professional soccer team, Dallas Mavericks basketball. We already talked about football. But besides that, there are tons of lakes around here. You can go, probably 15, 20 minutes and be at a lake where you could, just hang out by the shoreline or take a boat out or go kayaking. So tons of lakes. Again, one with every, 20 minutes or so. Also lots of walking trails, horseback riding, it was very surprising when I moved here about how outdoorsy the area is. Didn't really expect that, but it's been awesome, and has also kind of encouraged me to get my rear end outside more and do that, and really love it. So especially during summertime. So
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, I mean, in here we've got so many cultural, we've got, I mean, yes, we've got every sport imaginable. We've got football.
mhm.
We have American football. Did you like that?
That's
Like
good.
that? Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we're an hour or less drive to the Giants game in San Francisco.
Mhm.
We're not going to talk about the Oakland A's because
Yeah, I
they're
know.
leaving us
I know.
anyway. But we've got hockey, and we've got everything for sports wise. So we've got our wine tasting, we've got hiking trails, we've got mountains, we've got bay, we've got ocean. It is amazing how many different things that we have to do here, and I think it's something that the nation doesn't realize how many activities California really has.
Mhm.
This is I still say this is God's country.
Oh
So
yeah, very, very.
how's your real estate market? I mean, our real estate market here has seriously not slowed down. I mean, when the rates first went up in 22, we definitely saw a slowdown with the rates going up. Last year, we suffered from a lack of inventory and a lack of selection.
We have, I think a similar market as far as, we are seeing multiple offers in certain cities. It really depends on the particular city. Plano is definitely having multiple offers right now, depending on the area. Frisco, same thing, good school district. Prosper, different parts of Prosper, multiple offers. Again, pricing's key, school district is key. None of this is unfamiliar to you, Linda.
No.
I experienced that with you when we were, working together in the Bay on listings. But we in the Dallas area have not had the same, I wouldn't call it troublesome, the same, tightness in the market where there, that lack of inventory for a prolonged period of time. Dallas is just in the infancy phases of facing that. There are certain cities that are landlocked, like a Plano, if you will, where there's really, you can't expand anymore. So the property values are just going up. But in a lot of Dallas, we still can build new subdivisions, and we have new homes coming on the market, which is, I wouldn't call it suppressing the prices, but it is kind of limiting how crazy they're going, if you will. Last year, when the interest rates went up, it definitely tempered how much of an increase we saw in overall prices. I am very concerned that we are going to see the prices start to go bonkers again, because there's a lot of pent up demand here. We have, people who are wanting to move to be, for the reasons that we talked about earlier. And these builders, there's not enough home starts right now. Even though we have new construction going on, they are not building enough. So we're going to see the homes they do have in production go quickly into escrow, and then they are going to be, selling lots that are going to be done in 12 months again, or 15 months. And prices are going to start to escalate. We're going to have multiple offers everywhere. It's going to be crazy.
What percentage of the market sales in your area are the new construction versus resale?
It's interesting. I saw a stat that said as high as 20% of
That's
the market right now
significant.
is big. I mean, you and I both know that's huge. My personal business skews a little bit higher than that. I'm between 25 and 30 is what my clients are looking for in new construction. Because the builders are definitely building what the clients want right now. Those, those media rooms, those larger kitchens, the bigger homes, and and all the colors that we're seeing, on Pinterest or TikTok, social media.
There's no functional obsolescence when you're dealing with a brand new house.
Exactly.
They're delivering what the market wants. So let's talk about cost of living there versus here. I mean, here, we've got some advantages, because even though our utility rates are higher, we've got temperate climates. So, our utility bills usually are pretty moderate, unless you've got a pool or something. I think our food prices are probably pretty temperate because we do live. California is really the breadbasket of the United States, and taxes, of course, are higher here than they are in Texas. That's just common knowledge. But what's it like there?
Some of the taxes are higher. Not all the taxes,
Ah,
but it's interesting. Having come from California, I can relate some of the differences that I immediately saw. I mean, of course, the low hanging fruit, if you will, is gas prices. Last time I filled up, it was $2.45 a gallon for regular unleaded. I know it's just a touch higher. I think probably $2 a gallon more in the Bay Area. You guys
I think my last fill up was like $4.19.
Yeah, so about right. So gas prices, yeah. I mean, Texas has always been known for lower gas prices, and that's a tax issue there. Our property taxes, on the other hand, are higher than California. I mean, California's 1.25% ish. We depending on what city you're in, and because it does can vary widely, from one city to the next, even if you're there adjoining, lower taxes, 1.8% for property taxes to 2.5% for property taxes, 2.8%. And it really depends on the city, can even depend on the subdivision. If it's a newer build, some of the subdivisions that are being built, the infrastructure is being paid for by a special tax. Special
Belarus.
property tax. Yeah, kind of like a Belarus. We don't really call it there. We call either a mud tax or a PID tax. But that can definitely increase I've seen, close to 0.5% on that. But
Oh, I know that your property taxes are more than mine.
oh yeah, yep, they are. They are. They definitely are. And one of the things on property taxes that we balance out compared to California is there's no state income tax. So that's always one of the things that I chat about when I'm talking to clients that are looking at moving from, California and Oregon. It's like, okay, you need to take your current property taxes and your current income taxes, add them together, and then let's look at the price point you're looking at, so you kind of have a relative comparison.
As we start to wrap it up, the two questions I always tie together are: what's your favorite thing about living there, and what's your least favorite thing about living there? Because no place is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Every place has its faults, and and its huge pluses. I think here's two favorite things about living here. I really love the sense of kind of community and family. I personally have experienced, I think, a more kind of goodwill towards man type of environment, at least in the town that I'm in, and more natural, just kind of neighborly feeling to it. And I mean, I grew up, I not only grew up in a great neighborhood, but lived in a great neighborhood. I would say that probably the thing that I dislike the most about the Texas area, or the North Dallas area, would be, you mentioned it earlier, the hail. I would say that probably the winter is probably that week. We just had it probably like 2 weeks ago. That is in the teens, and we just have that freezing rain, and not my favorite week.
I think one of my favorite things here is definitely the weather, because it is more moderate. I mean, we do get our maybe 2 weeks a year of hot, but then it usually 95% of the time it cools down so nicely in the evening that, yeah, taking your dog for a walk, when it's come down from 100 degrees and it's now in the 70s or low 80s, is really wonderful. I love the diversity of activities that we have here, the outdoor activities, the proximity to the beach, to wine tasting. That just spoils me. And I don't like the traffic. And that's the fun part about having these conversations with agents around the country, is that really it's fun to discover what's happening in all the local areas. Because again, you don't think of San Jose as having culture, but we've got museums, and we've got all kinds of great things to do here. From theater, we've got local theater, we get traveling national tours. And then we can just go pop out, drive up an hour north to go to San Francisco, or an hour south to go to Monterey. So it's like, or if you want to go snow skiing, or we've got our lakes too. We've got several lakes that you can go water skiing in, and here just in the county, and then bigger ones go to the Delta.
Yep.
So it's fun stuff. Well, Matt, it's you are my partner, so it's we've been working together now for longer than we can count, or we just didn't write down when we started, so who knows?
Exactly.
But anyway, but definitely, I thank you for sharing your thoughts about the Dallas metro area, and that when I do have a client who is looking to move to Dallas, you're my go-to guy.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Linda. And I always love chatting with you, and love coming out for the annual pie party, as well as always working with you. Always so much fun, and
Always.
looking forward to sending more clients, whether they're relocating to the Bay Area for work or for family, and working together again.
Always, always. No doubt about that. Awesome. Well, thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Linda. Have a great day.
Okay.